Hi everyone, I am Adam from Trade with Precision and welcome to this week's IC Markets market commentary. First of all, let's start off here with the dollar index. It is still not showing any clear direction. We don't have a consecutive series of higher lows or lower highs. It is still very much range bound. And again, this previous week, we could see that very little happened and the expectation is likely to be, or my expectation would be likely the same this coming week. Having a look here at Euro Dollar Weekly, you can see we are very much range bound. If we go down to the daily timeframes, although we are heading lower, we are likely heading down towards the bottom of the range. But because it's range bound, it could potentially change direction at any point. So just a lot of caution with any of the majors, any of them against the dollar, with one possible exception here, which is the dollar yen. It has been trending very well in comparison to the other six, and also it's broken through resistance here, maybe coming back to test support. So Monday or Tuesday, I'll be looking for a small green bullish bar to form at this level, and that could be a potential buy opportunity to the upside. If, on the other hand, it falls through, breaks any of these lows, then it becomes invalidated. But dollar yen looking very good there. Both gold and silver maintaining their strong trends. Gold has actually pulled back to the moving averages, forming a slightly bullish bar over here. Ideally, again, I would prefer to see Monday or Tuesday a small green bar in this area, and then to see this attempt to continue the trend to the upside. Looking at silver, silver is still on its way back down towards the moving averages. It may occur later in the week. Again, it's quite bullish at the moment, but it's also overextended. So I am looking for this to have a deeper correction this week, and then ideally finding support and continuing to the upside. Moving over to the US indices. So we are sliding to the upside. We've got a little bit of a bullish pattern forming here. I'm just drawing this trend line underneath here with a bit of a gap. I'm really looking to use this as a form of reference if we start to fall back down below it or back down below that 50 period. But overall, the markets are still bullish, believe it or not. US tech as well continues to form a potential bullish breakout pattern here. So we could see this week or possibly next, we could see US tech break higher. One of the charts that I don't show you very often is the Russell 2000. This is the small cap 2000 companies, and their performance has been extraordinary compared to the traditional S&P or the US 500, US 30, and US tech. And they are looking particularly bullish at the moment. So this one definitely deserves your attention. Then moving away from the US, look at the quality of some of these non-US indices. This is the FTSE. It is on a tear, as we would say. Any kind of a pullback here would represent buying opportunities for me. And again, also looking at Europe, let's have a look at Euro stocks. This is also performing incredibly well. Even if we have a look at the weekly, everything, the monthly, weekly, and daily trending incredibly well. Going through a little bit of a consolidation here, but I think, again, any pullback here on the daily for me would represent nice bullish bar in the moving averages, would represent a potential buying opportunity. And let's move all the way around the world to the Australia. Let's have a look at the ASX. And here you can see a very nice daily uptrend. And again, we've still got we've still got upside potential, meaning we've still got room to move higher. And again, I still think any pullbacks here could offer some potential buying opportunities. And then finally on the list today, Bitcoin. Having a look at this from a monthly perspective, you can see a nice pullback. It's quite a deep retracement, and it hints that this might start to begin to turn into a range or start to lose its trend, but it may still want to work its way back up here to the 107,000. Nice bullish candle forming in the moving averages. Overall, the trend still to the upside, and therefore there's still a very fair possibility we could see this attempt to move higher this week. So looking, just to sum up, looking at the dollar, there's a real lack of general direction. Don't be surprised if the markets are choppy, especially for day traders. When we have a look at the yen, it is the only one that is offering any kind of a trend, but even that may still stumble a bit if the dollar gets in the way. Then when we look at gold and silver, their trends are still relatively intact and they look good. And then when we look at the global indices, all of these in particular still look particularly bullish. But it's the big ones that are looking the kind of the most wobbly, if I could say that. If we look away at the Russell 2000 and non-US indices, they are looking incredibly bullish. And then even Bitcoin showing a little bit of upside potential there. I'm going to leave you with that. Happy trading. Speak to you soon.